Well, hello everybody and happy Sunday. I'm Terry and thank you so much for being here with me for my Simple Sunday Staycation vlog. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching and helping me share this with you. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you again also. I will start this vlog like I've started my other vlogs because this part is the most important to me. I'm Terry, and I'm doing my social media presence for the most important ever thing in my life, and that is to help and rescue animals, because I love animals above and beyond all else, and I always will, and that's how it will always be, and rightfully so. Everything that I do, I'm doing in hopes of contributing to my public presence so that ultimately I can contribute to my most passionate goal, which is to someday have my own animal rescue worldwide. That is my ultimate dream, my biggest and most important passion, because animals mean more to me than anyone and anything else. That's my ultimate. So everything that I do is for animals, and all of my hopes and love for animals. I do have a past. I like to share my past. I've had a very discontent childhood. I grew up with toxic parents and family, and I have been through it all, seen it all, done it all, and survived it all, and now I'm thriving. Challenges are to be met courageously and challenged. Challenge your challenges, because there's always a better tomorrow. There's nothing about my past that I've ever hidden, because I like to use my past to motivate, inspire, share, and help others. And again, everything that I do is to contribute to my presence, to build to my dream of rescuing and helping animals. With that, today I want to bring the message to please help support the initiative and future laws to stop animal slavery, whether it's in the form of zoos, which is animal captivity, and slavery, because then animals are used for the entertainment of humans, horse riding through the parks, kiddie horse rides, you know, watching whales do flips and jumps and turns, all for human entertainment in water parks, all of those things, any and all of those things, and boycott all of those activities. And again, please help support future laws to completely abolish and ban all of those things, at least in this country, and hopefully work our way beyond this country and spread it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm here with my staycation and self-care essentials. I'm still homeless, so I'll briefly share, as I did in a previous vlog. We are out of the house right now because they found some mold, so we decided to go ahead and remodel, because we've sold it on a contingency basis. So it's going to be sold whether we continue to live there or not. We haven't decided yet, but I decided to stay in a hotel on my own. Everybody else has gone further south. I'm a big introvert and a loner. I guess I've carried that over from childhood. So it's what I like to do, you know. And now the motel and then the hotel, those two places that I was before, I really liked a lot. But here's the thing. they didn't have any kitchenettes or any way to cook my own food. So I moved. For a while I was resisting the change and thinking, okay, I can survive on the breakfast that they serve there, and I'll just eat out every day for, you know, lunch and dinner and snacks and whatever. But it's not like that, because going back to what happened with the discovery of the mold, while it didn't affect everybody else the same, I got the brunt of it, and it's really affected my health. I've been diagnosed with something short-term, but it's devastating nonetheless because of the mold. So I'm working on my health, and in working on my health, I've gone to a naturopath. She's a lady who studies Chinese medicine and practices it quite well. At least that's how I feel about it for now. I will be going back to her next week. I get lymphatic massages. I've always been big on my self-preservation and my self-care, but now I'm taking it more seriously than I ever have because of what I was diagnosed with due to the mold contamination, and it makes me question everything. So I no longer eat out under any circumstances, because even some of the finest hotels, this is one of them, that serve breakfast, they don't serve it with completely fresh food or any fresh food. I already spoke to one of the chefs downstairs at this new hotel where I'm staying, which I really, really like a lot. It's nice. It's somewhere between the lap of luxury and not. So, but I chose to come here and make an investment in myself, because here you have a kitchenette. You don't have a full kitchen, but you do have a kitchenette, and you can also have a burner in your room. So this is a kind of 2-bedroom kind of situation. It's a 1-bedroom, but then it has a separate living area and a separate office. And I actually requested 2 burners so I can make it like a stove. And I bought my own pans, even though they provide them here. They provide utensils, but because I'm questioning everything right now, even the silicone utensils that they provide and the silverware, I've chosen to have my own. And the naturopath that I've been going to has really limited me on what I can consume. I was always consuming only the healthiest foods, or what I thought were the healthiest foods, and I was vegan for the animals. I'm still vegan, but she's limited me. I can't have anything with palmitate, which is actually potato starch. For now, I can't have any fruit. I can have leafy greens, onions, garlic, which I never liked onions or garlic, but I've added fresh onions, scallions to my diet now. I'm on an entire medicinal diet. I only eat organic, fresh, unprocessed foods that I cook myself in my hotel, and I've started feeling better. Maybe it's mind over matter, I don't know. But any situation that you're in when you're on a staycation or a vacation, self-care is number one. And with that, I want to get to some of the essentials of self-care, but I have an honorable mention, which is not an essential, it's a luxury, but I love it, and now I am absolutely hooked. If we want to go back to 2015, I'm shook. I have made a new discovery, that's Chanticleer Beauty. So first, initially, I've always known about Chanticleer, but I didn't hold it up high because I didn't know if it was completely vegan and minus animal testing until I happened to drop by Saks, and I was told, yes, it is. So I was kind of playing around, and then one of the sales ladies who came to help me, she kind of jumped on me, but okay. I ended up liking her. She really helped me a lot. I started asking her some questions, and she also told me that they do donate to animal charities. That got me in, that right there. And I started asking more questions, and I was told that this is vegan, no animal testing, which is the most important thing to me, no animal cruelty, which is the most important thing to me. It is botanical, because now I am more vigilant of my health than ever. And this was my first piece from Chanticleer, and this is the Posse Flora lipstick. And a feature of these lipsticks, which was just a great surprise to me, is that this is a really beautiful fleshy pinky tone. I'm going to swatch it right here so you can see it, and it imparts the most beautiful, natural but vivid pinky natural lip tone to your lips. I'm wearing it right now, and the amazing surprise here is that these are magnetic, so they're self-closing. And I've tried the mascara. I'm currently not wearing a lot of makeup. I normally don't wear a lot of makeup unless I want to get wild and crazy and I'm going someplace, and then I will wear full makeup. But normally in my day-to-day activities, I keep it limited to my skincare regime and untinted sunscreen, which I've shared before. And I'm ordering more of that. It's a French sunscreen, which is also botanical, but most importantly, cruelty-free. So I am absolutely hooked on Chanticleer Beauty. I may try some of the skincare as well, but for now, I've gotten the lipstick and the mascara and 2 glosses, so I will be purchasing more. That's my honorable mention. And when we're talking about self-care, I've really been doing the body brushing. There are so many dry brushes available. I choose to go, of course, with the eco-friendly. This is Daily Concepts. I have a million other dry body brushes. I just bought this because we're out of the house. We don't have access to any of our things. So I kind of have to just buy things over again. But let me tell you, body brushing, dry brushing works. That combined with lymphatic massages, which I am getting and I have been getting, but I'm going to somebody new and she's amazing. That's another change that I resisted. I might talk about that in the future. I was going someplace else and that didn't work out, and I resisted that change instead of going with it, because where I am now is so much better. I'm getting results, you know, for my health, but it's still a road to full recovery for me. Anyways, this one by Daily Concepts is not only eco-friendly, but it has an added feature, which are these, I believe they're silicone. They're silicone nubs. They are flexible and hard at the same time. So they not only brush, but they give a nice light massage at the same time. So I do this daily. It's an aspect of my self-care that I love because it just feels so good and I'm worth it. So right here. I also, in having to do so much shopping to buy new things because I don't have access to all of my things, I needed basic scissors. I have bought a pair of basic larger scissors, and then I ran out and bought these. They're stainless steel. I just needed some precision scissors. This is like a men's grooming kit for a beard, but it's stainless steel, and I can just use this comb for my hair. So that's fine. But I like the precision scissors. They didn't have Tweezerman, so I went ahead and bought this one. I've bought this brand before, and it's been really good. Actually, I bought the tweezers too, as bougie as I am, because I didn't have access to Tweezerman. So I have these. But before I found these, yesterday I was in a hurry to buy scissors, and where I am staying at the hotel right now, I mean, there's a lot around here, but I was in such a hurry that I just ran to Petco, because you can find a lot of things for yourself at Petco, surprisingly. I bought these scissors, but they're not precision scissors. Of course, they're animal grooming scissors, and I thought I could just use them for utility, even though I have the bigger ones. So I think I'll just go ahead and hang on to these anyways. They're also stainless steel, or actually I might just hang on to these two, donate to somebody who has a dog, and they can use this for their baby, to help groom them. Also, for essentials, I love these net bags. These net bags are available in more and more places, but these are a time saver, lifesaver when it comes to storage on the go. So when you have a lot of things, you can group them in these bags, because they really have a lot more uses than just laundry protection for delicates. So you can use them, of course, for lingerie, but I love to use these to keep all of my belongings organized, since I am homeless and on the go right now. So I have these. I've actually bought several of these, and I bought 2 more packages. These are just some really low cost ones that I bought at a drugstore, and then I bought some better ones too, which have a closer knit mesh on them with a drawstring and a toggle to keep them closed. But these are good too. And moving on to essentials, I consider clothing essentials. And even though it's really, really hot still this time of year, I mean, it's fall, it should be getting cold. I would love that. But, in California, we don't have seasons. We just have hot. So it's still hot, but sometimes in the very late afternoons, it does get a little bit breezy. And I love to take walks out here in this area. This is a very, very nice upscale neighborhood. Tree-lined streets. It's a business district in the middle of a beautiful residential district. So I love to take a walk. It's really safe. I love it. It's so serene here. It's unbelievable. So I did go ahead and treat myself to some Natum cashmere. This is sustainable cashmere, but of course with Natum, most importantly, it's cruelty-free cashmere. These are fibers from when they brush the animals, because they have to be brushed, and they use the hairs and turn them into their clothing accordingly. So this is one of their cardigans, and it's a longer cardigan. I've kind of been craving a long cardigan, and this is really beautiful. It does have a high slit on each side, the left and the right. It's long sleeve, but it's although it's fitted, at the same time it's also a very easy breezy. So I'm loving this one. And I also treated myself to this Cashmere Poncho, which I've also been loving. And this is great because it is sleeveless, but yet if it does get breezy and a little more chilly, it does keep me warm, and I love it. I love it. It's a creme colored, so it's neutral and it goes with a lot of things. So I have this, I have the black for now, and I would like a brownie, more brownie color. So I'm looking for that as well. But when it comes to comfort items, I also treated myself to an organic shawl that can also double as a blanket. In this hotel where I am, this is great, okay, because the other hotels didn't have it. Their smart TVs actually have streaming like Netflix, Showtime, so I can chill in the afternoons with Netflix when I come up to my room and kind of just have this as a comfort item when I'm on the couch over here. So there are two large screen TVs in here. There's one in the bedroom as well, and I love it. I can chill with Netflix. I have all my favorites marked. So I'm really into documentaries though. I love documentaries. And today what I came across and discovered is something that I'm really, really excited about. I started reading it and I decided, you know what, I better grab this and buy it because it has so many interesting things. This Zen master really shares some beautiful knowledge that's very useful. How to eat. He also has a couple more in this series. How to fight, how to walk, how to speak. But yeah, I was very impressed with this. And so I'll be reading more of it and practicing it as well. Okay, so being mindful is not easy when you've been a child of trauma and a survivor, but you know, every day I'm learning more and more spiritually, and so important. Okay, one of my morning must-haves, organic pour-over coffee, ethically sourced, of course. And I love these. I've raved about them before. And these are individual packets. They are very pricey, but absolutely worth it. And this comes in 3 different varieties, but I like this one because it is a medium roast. This one is called the Base Camp Blend, and it's really delicious coffee. I make foam and cream with oat milk, and this coffee, oh my God. One of the biggest pleasures in the world is to wake up in the morning to the scent of fresh, roasted, brewing coffee. So what you do is you tear the top of this, then you pull these open and you simply set them over the rim of your cup. This becomes its own cup, and the hot water, I recommend alkaline water to boil, freshly boiled. Water goes into this and it comes out of the mesh filter here into your cup, and then you can enjoy it any way you like. So I have several different varieties and styles of organic coffee, but the pour-overs are one of my favorites. Also, something that I came across that I didn't know how great it would be until I actually got back and I opened it are these bowls. So even though I'm provided with utensils and bowls here, as I've mentioned, I kind of want to use my own and be as organic as possible. So I thought that these were just bamboo or palm leaf disposable, you know, paper like bowls until I got back and I opened them, and no, they are not. They're actually bowls from palm leaves that are made to be reused, washed and reused, because they're so strong. And oh, I have to get more of these. I love these. So when we go back home, I want to have an entire supply of these bowls, and they're actually quite beautiful. If you can see the striations in this bowl, they're very impressive for, you know, if you have guests over and you want to serve them in these. Yeah. Dinner party, snack party, what have you. So yeah, also I'm being extra vigilant about my skincare, but one of my favorite K-beauty brands is Joa. Joa is also under the name of Kiss, K-I-S-S, which is completely cruelty-free. And these are facial pads made with Centella asiatica and willow bark extract. All natural. And I like to use these as a pick-me-up, you know, in the morning, actually before I cleanse my face, and, you know, just throughout the day if I need, you know, a little cooling off. I like to use these, and I can trust that they're not going to harm me in any way, because they don't harm animals, so they won't harm me. Also, I love to go to TJ, Trader Joe's, and buy these fancy chapsticks. These are 50% organic, and they're Trader Joe's long-standing Virtuoso lip balms, and they do have an SPF of 15. Spearmint, they smell so good. They're untinted, clear. And I not only use them for my lips, but I also like to use them for my nose when I'm driving and it's really, really hot, for my elbows, my fingers, and really for my cuticles as well. It gives a great SPF, as I mentioned, but the moisturization is next level without being greasy, and the scent is out of this world. I love mint, spearmint, peppermint, cinnamon. So yeah, these Spearmint Lip Balms are one of my favorites, and they come in a 3-pack, and as you can see, I already tore it open and I have one in my bag. And then I keep some, you know, I actually buy several packs of these at a time so that I have one everywhere, you know. For dental floss, I have these eco-friendly Earth Loving Grin. These are the smooth variety. So the band on these dental floss grips are a little wider, so they clean your teeth even better. So yeah, I decided to pick these up. And they also, I believe they also have them in charcoal. So next time I'm going to try the charcoal, because let me tell you something, charcoal is really, really good for you. It's a great detox, it's a great cleanser, it's great in cosmetic products, you know, toiletries. It really does help, but just make sure you source your charcoal products accordingly, and you know where they're coming from. Another one of my all-time favorites is the Run Amok maple syrup. I am allowed to have maple syrup, so I love this. I've gone through so many bottles of this. I like to pour this with some vanilla. This already has vanilla and cinnamon in it, but I like to add my own extra organic vanilla with this maple syrup into my oat milk, which I froth every morning for my coffee. And it's better than anything that Starbucks could ever come up with, and I don't go to Starbucks. because of the controversy that they had, and I believe they still have, with plant-based milk, which they charge extra for, which discourages other people. It wouldn't discourage me, but it does discourage people from going plant-based when they go to Starbucks, and Starbucks does not need to charge extra. So I wish Starbucks would stop charging extra for plant-based milk and help encourage people to go vegan. Another thing I love are these gluten-free corn tostada bowls. I love Mexican food. I love tostadas. So these paired with some tomatillo verde sauce, because I can't have tomatoes right now, so I can't have salsa, which I love, love, love. So right here for a lunch meal, I mean, it says unprocessed as I can get it. I could buy beans and smash them myself as well, so that's an option. I bought these for now. And speaking of food, what did I find today, which I'm so excited about, are Pseudo Butterfingers. So these are a gourmet and very fancy version of Butterfingers, but they're vegan, of course, plant-based, cruelty-free, dairy-free, you know, everything free. But they are very delicious. Just they taste different. These are extra dark chocolate, but they have the same texture, consistency, crunch, and fun of a Butterfinger. So I really like these, and they're not overly sweet. They have Himalayan salt, of course, organic peanut butter, organic cacao, non-IMO tapioca fiber, salt, baking soda, organic vanilla, and some monk fruit. So it's very light on sugar. So I bought these. Also, speaking of baking soda, I bought this aluminum-free baking soda. I've been buying this brand for a long time. I love this company. Bob's Red Mill puts out so many great baking products. But another thing is that their packaging. These are Velcro closures, which I really prefer to the Ziploc type closures, because you always get a sure and tight seal, and all you have to do is press. You know, the Ziploc type always takes a little more work. You don't know if it really closed or not, you know. So this is great. I'm going to be doing the holistic health suggestions, where if you mix a little bit of baking soda, aluminum free, into water every day, it would help reduce inflammation. So I'm going to start that as part of my supplement regimen. There are some supplements that I have to cut out according to my naturopath, but I think she's giving me the okay to go ahead and try this. So that's what I'm going to do. And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe. And whether you're new or returning, I always would love to read your comments, your own experiences, questions, suggestions, anything else that you can keep positive. And again, thank you so much for being here with me, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.